Welcome back to the News Hub here at WSJ Live. I'm Simon Constable. Well, it's time to have a look at another car, and who better to do that than Dan Neal. Joins us now from Raleigh, North Carolina. And there he is.
That's a fantastic intro, Simon. Do you write your own material? That's what I want to know. It's time to look at another car, and here's one now.
Well, there you go. And it's a Honda Civic. I didn't want to, let people down, but it's a Honda Civic.
Right. Well, and every week we have these conversations. Every week you ask me, can I afford it? You can afford this car, and for the 2013 model year, I recommend it. The 2012 model year, well, it's a little soft. So that's really the story of this car, how the Honda Civic, and indeed American Honda, has decided to take a little bit of a haircut in terms of unit cost to offer the customers a little more car for the same money, and it's a reflection of kind of the balancing act in this segment. Compact segment is extremely competitive with the Koreans, and so it's all about the price point.
And the price point here, the one you test drove, this is the 2013 Honda Civic EX, $21,605 plus some taxes and all the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
right. And if you really want, the juicy one, you can get the technology package, which actually has a navigation system. But this is the bread and butter car, the volume configuration, and it's really quite a good car. The interesting thing is that it's such little things that make a difference to buyers, like. You put a little splash of chrome on the outside, and suddenly the car doesn't look as dreary and punitive as it did before. You get a little nicer tires, you get a little nicer upholstery, and it does wonders for the car. The car is basically mechanically almost the same, but it feels so much more gracious than it did last year, and that graciousness cost Honda, they estimate, about $500 a car.
And that's squeezing their margins. Now, this car, would you consider it to be competitive for consumers with the competition out there?
Yeah, this is that's what really has happened, is that Honda sort of stumbled a little bit, but they have again surged to the front of the pack. I mean, for 21.5, this is a lot of automobile. I was driving it today because I still have it. The big thing, I would say, the above segment quality of this car is it's quiet, it's refinement. They've done a lot of put acoustic glass in it.
So you said acoustic lamination in your piece. The windshield is acoustically laminated because the car was a bit shouty.
That's right.
What does that mean?
Well, well, first of all, acoustically laminated glass has a thicker, massy layer of it's a plastic material sandwiched in between the glass that absorbs sound. They also have that on the windshield. They've also put sound deadening into the car. Now, the reason that that's relevant is because sound deadening costs money and it costs weight. So everything's a compromise in engineering, so they had to steal a little bit of something else elsewhere to make up for the weight and cost. So really the thing is that this is such a finely calibrated product. All these cars in these segments, it comes down to the penny for the manufacturer. And so in the case of the Honda, they thought they had it right. They thought they were hearing the consumer. They just got it a little wrong. And now in the season of reform, they have made it right.
Well, they made it right, and 39 miles a gallon on the highway. Thank you very much, Dan Neal of the Wall Street Journal. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, Simon.
Okay, and you can read the whole of Dan's column in tomorrow's Wall Street Journal.